miles are far behind. Me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
Hello, 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 everybody from the Zoot Europe headquarters. It's today's meeting for THEMAGIC5. We're going to introduce our partner, THEMAGIC5, and I'm talking to Nick in a second. I think we're not joined by that many Zooters at the moment. I think they're going to be dialing more in over the time. And regardless of that, I'm optimistic that many of you will see the video afterwards once we've uploaded it on our Facebook group and shared it on our WhatsApp group. So without further ado, let me bring Nick to the stream. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Good morning to you.
Hey, good afternoon to you. I love how we have the time differences so far apart, but yeah, so happy to be here. How are you doing today?
Yeah, super great. You mentioned it quite right. We are a bit ahead of you. You are about to start your day, right? Where are you based at the moment? Where are you? Where's the THEMAGIC5 home office as it looked like?
So the home office for me is in Boulder, Colorado. So as many of you know, it's kind of the triathlon mecca of the U.S. here. Our official office is in North Carolina in Charlotte. So yeah, it's my morning. It's 8 a.m. Getting ready for lots of meetings, lots of Magic 5 talk, and super happy to start off with Team Zoot Europe.
Yeah, we are really honored to have you this morning in our live meeting here, because I think it's quite amazing to have you as a partner for Team Zoot Europe as well. You've been partnered for Team Zoot USA, and we always have been looking at the US partnerships and are pleased that we've been able to extend the partnership to our team, because loads of members have been asking about THEMAGIC5 previously, and it's quite nice to finally say, hey, yeah, we finally managed to talk to you and get you on board for our region, because sometimes it's a bit difficult, as you can imagine, having two continents working together. There are sometimes different setups for companies, but for you it's easy because you already ship to Europe and have a known and established process for servicing customers in Europe.
Yeah, that's right. So our founders are Danish, so we have deep roots within Europe already. Most of our employees are actually European. I also was born in France, so I immigrated to the U.S. when I was younger for my parents. But yeah, our company, we wanted to make it global. And there's so many swimmers in Europe, recreational swimmers, elite swimmers, triathletes, and it makes sense to be able to cater for what we want to do and help the swim community throughout the world. So yeah, we ship worldwide. Our customer service is based worldwide. We have customer service agents who can talk in many different languages, German being one of the main ones, since I know Team Europe has a lot of Germans on the team. So we have full customer service agents capable of speaking German, which is just awesome for this partnership.
Yeah, indeed, right. A big part of our Team Zoot Europe is from Germany, but also other big regions are France, Italy, UK. Spain is growing. Other countries are growing as well. Austria is a big country for us. Scandinavia in the region has massive growth rates, and we keep to continue this growth path and want to have more Zooters around, because as your approach is global, our Team Zoot approach is also global, and want to have members from each region and make it more worthwhile for members from each region to be in the team, to just give them more opportunities to meet and to interact with others, because that's the idea behind our teams, to just bring people together, train, race, and do what they love to do with triathlon together.
So amazing. So amazing. Yeah, it's the spirit of triathlon is a beautiful thing, how it brings us all together in the end, globally like that. So good.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, we've been on email and calls before, and we've been talking about what Magic5 really tries to fulfill. And I was really impressed by what you've just described earlier in our calls and meetings, because there is this, like, I think applies uniquely to everybody who has ever been in the pool. There's this need of goggles that just fit and don't leak and are like, a no-brainer for everybody to use in the pool, because that's not the case at the time with just standard goggles from the shelf. And everybody knows how one looks after swim training. You can always identify this person was at the pool a couple of hours earlier because you have the print of the goggles on your face, or it leaks, they get foggy. And this is when I think already a lot of members came across your service. You make custom tailored goggles.
Yes, exactly. So that is, yeah, you said it perfectly. Our company was founded about 3.5 years ago, and essentially it's founded through triathletes and swimmers who have faced the challenges that we all face, and it's that goggles are just uncomfortable, right? I was a swimmer in my past life. I swam competitively through the college system here in the US, and I went through dozens of goggles that I would just rotate, essentially until they didn't feel right for me. I would change goggles, and it was just a constant, moving to one piece to another. I didn't have the right goggle that fit for me, and I know a lot of people out there do the same thing. So the founders, they saw this and they asked themselves, how can we make this product that's been around for so many years better and fix this issue that's affecting the entire swim population? And they're all from a tech background, and they just created the Magic5 company. And so essentially, we are the world's only fully custom swim goggle. And what that means is that we use technology to fit these goggles perfectly to your face so that you can avoid these marks, so you can avoid the pressure points. And how we do it is that we have an algorithm, and the way that we essentially do it is that we take your phone, if you have an iPhone or Android, and you download an app, and it uses the facial recognition software from your phone, the same way that it opens your phone without having to type in your password. So we use that technology and then apply our own technology over it. And what it does is that when you scan your face, you just do a 10 seconds pan. It'll take 10,000 points of data of your exact facial structure. And that's going to be your eye gasket. That's going to be your nose bridge. It's going to be the contours of your face, right, in this general area. And through that, with our technology, we can customize the gaskets, which is the most important piece of contact that goes on your face, right? I'm sure so many people have used different goggles that dig in different pieces, etc. And the way that we customize it is that we can alter the amount of material exactly to your facial structure, just like this picture of Jan right here. That's kind of what it looks like on our end when we do this process. And through that, we can minimize or add material based on your face. So every goggle is uniquely custom only to you and only you. And then through that, we eliminate the pressure points that you often face. We eliminate the marks. We eliminate the headaches that may cause through just having bad fitting goggles. And so it's a process that we've simplified over the past few years. And now that you are able to get your goggles in Europe in less than 16 days through this whole custom process. But yeah, so that's basically what we do, is that we provide a fully custom product in a very short amount of time, and we try and fix all your issues that you may have through swimming, because we want everybody to have the best experience for swimming. Swimming is one of those sports where you want to be immersed in the water. You want to get in and forget about your day. You want to get in and focus on your workout. You don't want to focus on the pain that's being caused around your eyes and things like that. And so this is the main thing that we want to fix with our products.
I kept thinking about how you managed to just create tailored, custom made goggles, because this is like, I think this is at the core of your product, that you get it right to, or that you manage to get it right for each customer, because everybody's so unique. And you, as we just could see in the video, you have a machine that uses the data from the phone of the from the athlete to just curve it out on like a blank product, right? This is how it works.
Yes, exactly. So all of our goggles, so we use robotics to finalize the product, right? So all of our goggles, when they come to Charlotte, they have an extruded gasket that's about, I want to say 30 millimeters long, 3 centimeters. And so that's the amount of material that we can work with. Nobody's going to ever need that much material, but where we put it into the machine, we use the data that we have from your facial scan. And then the robot is going to use a cutter to exactly contour what we see on the data. And then we can check it, overlay it to the data points, and make sure that it looks good. Everybody has a very different fit. So if I were to have 5, 6 different goggles side by side with 5 different faces, the curvatures would be very different. Somebody might have a deeper socket within closer to their nose bridge. Somebody may need more material on the outside. And that's kind of the beauty about this, is that, you know, we so far are able to get 98% of the first scans correct. And then 2%, we have a small, issue, because we're so different, right? We only have so much data on people to really make the product so good. And so what we do is we do a deep dive. And so when somebody gets a goggle that they're not too happy with, let's say, oh, I'm happy with the fit, but it leaks a tiny bit here, we can add or subtract material to that person's liking. Or even so, if it's an elite athlete that's been used to a very small profile goggle and they don't want that much material, we can use the same scan and the same data points, but lower the amount of material to make it closer to a Swedish style or anything like that. Or if somebody wants more material, we can really tailor the product even further than just the first application of custom, through just a quick call for customer service agents or a quick email.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that you're already down to 2%, that your algorithm is already so well trained that there are only maximum 2% of customers where they could have a potential of readjustment, but that you use these customers for deep dive, as you said, to just train your algorithm even further to reduce the percentage even further. I can totally see that this makes sense for you as a company, but also for the athletes. So that's like, a well thought of solution for athletes who want to get in the pool.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't stop until we get it right. We have a 100% money back guarantee. And if we can't get that goggle right for you after 6, 7 pairs that we send you, and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, that is totally fine. We will give you money back. We don't mind getting to the point of, expending all of our resources to make it right, because we do want to have somebody out there with a perfect fitting goggle. So we'll stop at nothing to get there.
Could you please explain quickly how the scan works? I mean, I've gone through the process, but tell everybody maybe how they can scan their face, because I think this is where the magic lies behind. You need the data points, and so you download an app, you scan your face. How does it work?
Yeah, so when you go to our website, once you pick the goggle that you want, we have multiple different goggles. You click buy, you'll be prompted by an email that says that you have to download our app. And our app is on the Android side or the Apple side. Once you download the app, it'll prompt you with an order number. So you just put in your name, your order number that you just got from your purchase, and then the app will tell you step by step what to do. It'll just say, it links up to, depending on what phone you have, we allow from all the way iPhone 4 to the newest generation iPhone, or from the first Google Pixel to the latest. It'll tell you how far you have to put your phone out in front of you, and it'll just guide you on how to do the scan. So you'll literally just go from your right to left about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how many data points we need. And then it'll prompt you that the scan is done. It'll send it. We have validators who are some of our techs. They'll check the scan, make sure that it fits what they see on picture. They'll check the data, make sure that the points are good, that we're not going to get you a crazy goggle that we know it's not going to fit right away. And so once it's validated, it goes into production. Validation takes about 1 day after you submit a scan. So you can submit a scan as soon as you buy. 1 day after, we'll be validated the scan, and it goes into production in Charlotte. In Charlotte, it's a 1 to 2 day timeline right now for the amount of goggles, thanks to Zoot primarily, that we have in the production line. And after that, it ships. So it's a very efficient and streamlined process. And once it ships, you're prompted through DHL Express, and yeah, they'll just be waiting for your first custom goggles.
Sounds super interesting, because I think this is where you can see how technology is used in a perfect way. I would have a direct follow-up question, which I have received earlier about the process, and I think we will dive into the Team Zoot order process in a minute. But one question which fits really good into this section is, what do couples, if what has a couple to do if they want to order? So let's say they place one order for 2 goggles, and you need to put in 2 scans basically. How would it work? Do they need to place 2 separate orders to keep these things independent, or what would your suggestion be?
So we can do it both ways. We can do 2 different orders, or we can do 1 order if you buy multiple goggles, right? So in the app, you can also download it prior to buying, and you can save a scan of your file of your face. So when you order, you can actually attach different scans to different goggles. So once you're in the THEMAGIC5 app, let's say you put in an order and you bought 2 goggles within this order. So it'll prompt 2 goggles on there, and it'll ask you which scan would you like to attach if you have a prior one. So if you have 2 people on there, and we'll recognize it when we go through the production cycle, that there's 2 different scans, 2 different goggles, and our production team will highlight which ones is which. It'll say male or female or younger person for this one, etc. And so when it ships, at least you'll be able to differentiate your goggles. But yeah, so there's 2 different possibilities. We can do it either by the app, 2 different scans, or completely 2 different orders, if you want to separate it.
That makes it very clear. Thanks for answering this question. And if there are any more questions rising during our call, please ask them in the comment section. We will try to answer them right away. I would like to talk about the Team Zoot order process. You've reached out already to our members last week and said that they can order the goggles with 40% discount until we extended it until tomorrow midnight. So maybe this is more a demonstration from my side to the members. You can find the details on our Team Zoot page. We have uploaded the content on our partner section. Let me try to navigate through it. Where is my browser? Here. And you need to go to partners and then to THEMAGIC5, and you can see the details for how to get the 40% discount. Either you use this discount during checkout, or you go on this link and it will open up the page which already includes the discount code. And you just go through the process as Nick described it. And after Friday, please correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, the discount reduces to 35%, right?
Correct.
So this makes it clear that if you want to save these 5 additional percent, try to get in your order until tomorrow midnight. Otherwise, you can still have access to the partnership through the 35% discount code which is visible on our page.
Yeah, that's perfect. And throughout the year, we'll have more campaigns where we can do 40% off. We'll have a few different highlighted ones for big races or for promotional purposes. So I'll make sure to reach out to the team when we have those. But yeah, another key highlight that I wanted to share is that we have multiple different variations of goggles. But the 2 biggest ones that we offer mirrored and non-mirrored. So if you go to shop the goggles, our most popular one is going to be called the Blue Magic Gold, which is Jan Ferdinand's favorite goggle. The reason for it is that the tint on the mirror is not our darkest. So if you're looking for one goggle that you can wear outside, but it's still light enough of a tint to wear inside, the Blue Magic Gold is kind of that sweet spot that will be able to be worn as one Magic 5 goggle for both indoor and outdoor.
This one here in the upper right corner, right? Sorry for interrupting, but you
Yeah.
mean this one here, right?
Yes, exactly, that one. So that's our best seller, just because the tint is low enough for indoor and powerful enough to still keep your eyes from being protected outside.
Okay, this is, I think, where the most people will go for in the meantime. But once they get, I think, into your goggles and see the need for outdoor goggles or just a specific one for a specific use case, I think it's easy to just get back to your page and order that particular pair of goggles, because you have the data, you have the scan, you have everything set to go, and it would be easy to just get the additional pair in whatever mirror size you prefer.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you've done it once, then it's super easy. You go in, the scan will already be there. And any alterations that you do via the customer service, or if you have a deep dive, the scan will auto update. So you never have to go over that stuff again. It'll just populate the changes that we've made to your scan. So never have to worry once you fix your goggle. If you ever deep dive, it'll be fixed forever on there. One more thing that is good is that when you receive a really nice case with these goggles, and under the foam of the case, we actually have hidden nose pieces. So if you ever are at a race and for some reason your nose piece breaks, or if you want to try to slightly alter the fit by yourself, we have one that's exactly the same size for the nose piece, and then 3 different sizes, one smaller, 2 bigger. And just extending or lowering the nose bridge here can alter the fit just ever so slightly. So sometimes we recommend doing that, just if somebody wants to do something different, see if it's more comfortable to have a little bit more space within the insides or slightly less space. Super easy to do at home. But yeah, so there's extra nose pieces, because I'm sure as many of you, use different goggles out there. If your nose piece breaks, it's kind of done with your goggles, but we never want that to happen. So we added a few ones just under the foam inside your cases.
Perfect. That basically this extends the product lifetime even further.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to do. We want people to enjoy the goggles for as long as possible. And we know that, after time, they deteriorate. It's like anything. You're exposed to harsh chemicals within the chemicals in a pool, the sunlight. If you live in a hot weather place, you leave it in the car. Like there's so many things that I've done that have ruined goggles over the years. So yeah, so we try and provide a nice premium case. That way they're protected, and we use the best anti-fog on the market to help with the longevity of the anti-fog as well. And yeah, we try and cover our bases to make it as good as possible for you guys.
I mean, this is basically the approach we we share at Zoot as well. I mean, there are products that are meant to be used, and use just means a bit of wear down, and we can only do the best to protect and extend the lifetime as long as possible.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to mention: whenever you have like a special campaign or launch a new product or want to get something out to our members, it's easy for us because we have organized everybody by now in a WhatsApp group, which is quite popular here over in Europe. I think it's different in the States, but most of our members are part of our WhatsApp group, and it's easy to shoot out a message to our members and let them know, hey, this is going on right now. Make use of this campaign. Here's a new product. And that would be an easy way for us to share messages to our Zooters.
Amazing. I love that. I love that approach. Yeah, here in the States, we're still trying to work on that. It's so many laws about text messages and all that stuff. But I love how that's a possibility out there in Europe. Yeah, next time we have a 40% off deal, you'll get a notification for sure.
Perfect. Nick, thank you so much for your time. If there is nothing else you want to point out or mention, I would say thank you very much for your time, for also being a partner for Team Zoot. This is really amazing. I can't wait to have my own pair of the Magic 5 goggles in hand and swim them. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the next years with the Magic 5 and you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Manuel. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait for this partnership to thrive. Super happy with all of the Team Zoot members that have reached out already. I love seeing your emails, and I do want to make myself as available as possible. So my email is linked within the Team Zoot page, I believe. And so if there's any questions, anything, just please don't hesitate to reach out. I am available, and yeah, can't wait for a fantastic 2022-2023 partnership.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Thank you, Nick. Have a nice day, have a nice morning, and we keep in touch.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.
High above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to, oh, why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top, that's where you find